Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Microphone check, 1, 2. Microphone check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Is this thing on? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. Once again, live on Twitch. It's Wednesday night. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. Once again, you're tuned into another episode of Bose 831 Gaming live on Twitch. Welcome one, welcome all. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day, night, or whatever it is in your neck of the wood or in your part of the world. Thank you for tuning in and checking me out. You're tuned into another episode of Jose 831 Gaming live on Twitch, and tonight we're playing Farming Simulator 25. We're on the Riverbend Springs map, which is the base map for Farming Simulator 25. And right now we're just kind of hanging out in the shed, in our garage/shed on our main farm. We have yet to purchase any other farming locations. We haven't really expanded our operations since we've been on this map. We've been kind of grinding our way slowly to get our funding up. We're finally to that space in that place now where we're starting to make a little bit of money. As you can see by our bank account now, it's sitting at 1583, 726. So we are starting to, as we make more money now, we're starting to open up a few different options now. We're still not up to full speed with what we want to be doing on the main farm, but we're definitely getting there now. Our animals are coming along now, and as you can see, we got a boatload of pigs in our pigsty here, and more on the way. So our animals are really getting to be in large numbers now. We got a large number of chickens in there in the chicken pen. If we go over to the chicken coop, I should say, or in the cow shed, the cows are the only ones that haven't really picked up pace yet. It takes the cows, of course, grow at a much slower rate. But if it did, we have, as you can see, we got 6 of each type of cow. But right now, everybody's still no set of cows is older than 19 months. So we're still kind of not up to full pace yet with the cows, but with our goats, with our goats and sheep, we're doing very well. So the only group of animals that we haven't had a lot of progress with as of yet is the cows. Everything else, the animals are multiplying and whatnot. So we still got to get the cows doing their thing. Otherwise, we'll get there. But let's see here where we at. Okay, open that game. And this is another little storage area here in this shed. But I'm still, because we haven't got to the point yet where these cows are producing enough milk. I don't even know. I'm still not entirely sure whether the milk spawns here or we have to just come through. It says we got 13. So I guess it doesn't put pallets. You just have to come up here, drive through with a liquid trailer. And well, shoot, you could test that. What am I talking about? So all this time I've been waiting on milk pallets to appear, like how they appear for the goat milk, but I sometimes forget, even depending on the cow barn, that doesn't always work the same way. Sometimes it's pallets, sometimes you have to bring your trailer in and just pick up the milk as is. Yeah, there it is, right there. Start filling. So we could have been selling milk this whole time. Although we don't have a ton of milk yet, because like I said, the cows have been kind of slow producing. we're now getting to the point where we can start looking at putting down some other production chains and expanding our operation on the at least on the starting farm. There are a few things I wanted to get going here. One of the things I was looking at was putting down this little bakery production chain here. That's a mod that's available on the mod hub. Let me show you which one I'm talking about here. And I also want to get to the point where we're producing our own pig food. So definitely want to do that. I just got to figure out which mod I'm going to place to help with that. But it's multi-grain production, because we definitely want to get into grain production. But we don't have a wheat field yet. We don't really have any grain fields yet, but we want to get those going. I also kind of want to put down some greenhouses so we can get the greenhouse production going. But this multi-grain, oh no. This multi-grain production building doesn't have a large footprint, so I was considering putting that down. My original idea was to place it right in this location, literally like right next door to the sheep barn. That was my original idea here. But now that I know we've had some additional thought processes on the cow barn, and I still don't know why why it's saying area is restricted right here. And it says overlaps with another object, but there's no object there. An area is restricted. I don't know why that is, why that's going on there, but I couldn't. The game won't even let me paint here in these areas. And in a previous save, before I saved for this save, I removed the sawmill. I painted over this area when I was testing and didn't have running those issues. But when I did it live, I have issues. I had these issues come up, and and now it looks like we're kind of stuck with it. So I'm not going to let that aggravate me, although that's saying a lot there, because it doesn't, depending on what's going on, it doesn't take a lot. But for whatever reason, it won't let you place anything here anymore, because it's saying that the area is restricted, or it's giving you this overlaps with another object, but there's no object here. See, because even here it overlaps with another object. What object? There's no object there. So clearly the game sees something here that we don't see on the surface. There's something going on the ground here or something, but there's some object here. Because like, see, if we jump in, probably got a piece of a tree. Because remember, I had a sawmill here, so I bet you it's a piece of a tree or something that I can't see. And because I'm not on PC, I'm limited in what tools I can utilize to try to figure out what actually might be going on there. Because look, we can come through here and try to paint, but we can't even stop on that. We can't even paint our grass texture on it. It won't even let me do that. It says area is restricted. But I go here as soon as and it's just only in this little area here. And this was the area where the part of the sawmill where we dropped the trees at was on this side. Over here was where the pallets spawned at. So we must, the only thing I can assume that's happening here is there's a piece of tree or something in the ground. Let me see here. I'm gonna try something here though, and what we do before we do that is I'm gonna go ahead and save the game just in case this goes south. But I have a thought that I want to try for what it's worth, and let's see if we okay. Oops, press the wrong thing here. Because if this doesn't work out, we're going to jump out and come back in. But I'm thinking if I can just get here and do some landscaping, and let's see if we can do some No, stop doing that. All right, some rate, some slope, no, soften, raise lower, and I just see in here it won't even let me do that. I was hoping it thought process it won't even let me do anything with this land. That's crazy, brother. That is crazy. I've never but I have had those issues before, but not to this degree. Not to this degree, because I've always been able to do something if it just had to play around with the cursor or something, man. But this right here, for it to be hard coded, like, oh, okay, you can't touch this, is super annoying. And I don't like being restricted, man. If you guys can't tell, that tweaks me. That pushes my buttons. Okay, why? And even if we could just kind of trickly, and I wonder if it has, I don't think this silo has anything to do with it because it wouldn't affect way over here. And I mean, it won't let me put anything down in this space. And that's just crazy. No matter what size I make the cursor, it's still giving me area is restricted. And change cursor shape, area is restricted. Man, that's frustrating. It out. This should this should this should never be an issue on these games. And I mean, this is, I'm sorry, this is throwing me off mentally right now because there should never be, even though I'm playing on console, there should never be that many reasons why you can't, for the most part, edit these maps. You know, that the fact that they even lock, people coming in here and making changes to these maps is crazy to me. And you can't say that you have a sandbox game if your sandbox is limited in what things you can actually sandbox. But that even goes for some of this stuff that's on the map here, like these little buildings here. Like, why in the, why in the heck would you have buildings on the map that you can't let people edit and remove from the map? That's even that makes no sense. But I digress. That this whole thing just got me just blasted my mental right there. Um, Here, let me take a moment to gather myself here because that is starting to get me a little angry. But we're gonna power through and move on. It's just two stupid looking spots on the map now that I can't fix. And I'm not gonna kill this whole series just because of Giant's limitations on their maps. Uh But that being said, we're gonna play a little bit longer on this map, on this base game map. But that clearly is an indicator of one of the strong reasons why, at some point in the not too distant future, we're definitely gonna get off this map and get on to another map. I like this map. I want to like it more, but because of certain reasons, one you just saw, I can't do it, for a super long period of time. There's a lot of stuff on this map that's really cool too, but the fact that we can't, the fact that you have certain issues on this map just kind of limits the overall rating that you want to give the map, because you can tell a lot of work went into it, but at the same time, there's issues on here that we shouldn't be dealing with this far along in the Farming Simulator series, man. Um, but I digress. I'm just going on a little rant now because that that whole little scenario just put me in a ranting headspace. Let's see, what do we want to do next? Well, it's already 2:35 in the morning, so let's go on and sleep to the next day, and then we'll pick it up from there. I need to cool off anyways. So let's head back over to the farmhouse. Like, man, oh man, that's frustrating. I mean, the son of a gun won't even let you paint in that area. All right, so sleep. All right, and I can see if the game restricted you from being able to put a building or place some objects, but if you can't even landscape, man, then what? And I was able to landscape here because there were trees here originally. So at some point, this area was not restricted. So what makes it restricted now when it wasn't restricted before? That's the thing that's got me at the moment. All right, but we got some planks coming through from the sawmill. We'll make the delivery to our special projects here, going along a little bit later in the program. Let's go over here to our shop here, and we're going to go ahead and do some vehicle maintenance stuff. $29,000 to repaint the bad boy. We'll go ahead and repaint it though. I want it looking clean as a whistle. Repaint. Let's get all our equipment up to optimum condition here. And we'll just repair and repaint. Yeah, so now that's big. Because already off camera, I had already kind of cleaned her up a little bit. But we're gonna go ahead and let's address the animals first, and then we'll do our little delivery, the project, because I want to get that playground done. And since it won't let us build on this space, maybe I need to reconsider my thoughts about even expanding this space. But we do want to get to some other areas on the map, so maybe we'll look at buying some other farms on the map, because there are other farms on the map, and we can kind of get all that stuff going now and not just focus on this one farm. And I'm sure some of you guys might even be bored by now, because we've been kind of doing the same dance or thereabouts on the map. So definitely look at getting some other farmlands here. In fact, we might just take a look at that before we jump off tonight here, once we get the driving and talking at the same time, man. All right, so let's get our animals taken care of, then we'll do our sawmill deliveries, and then we'll see what's next. Also, let me check one more thing here. What are we doing? What are our grass fields doing? I forgot about that. Growth. All right, grass is growing. Oh, we need to put some fertilizer down on our grass fields. I forgot about that. What month are we in? In June, yeah. So we got a few things we need to do right here real quick. All right, barley for the chickens. Sorry, just getting off to that little shaky start with that with this issue with the uneditable, I can't even spit out the word now. Editable terrain on my map. Why can I not say editable? It's like a tongue twister all of a sudden. And that's a word I could spit out any other time. What's going on? What is going on with my brain today? Editable. Okay, it's still a bit. I'm still kind of fumbling like that's a tongue twister. All right, let's change the tip side to back, and let's get this chicken's fed. Barley. But I bet you, even though I'm kind of going on a little mini rant tonight, I bet you some folks, if y'all listen, watching this, y'all might even get amused by me ranting tonight. I know a lot of times when I'm on this series, I'm kind of calm, cool, and collected, but today is not one of those days. All right, so chickens fed barley. We drop some barley on the chickens. Let's go unload the barley. Yeah, that little issue right there with them two spots got me smoked tonight. I'm sorry. I apologize for that, guys, but I am smoked. All right, so should play the game how you want to. Period. All right. Let's see what we got next here. We want to go to wood chips. We got the wood chips we need to sell to. There's a lot of stuff we need to get handled here. Grass for the sheep. And we got enough money now where we can do a couple of things with grass, and that's what we're gonna do. Is even though we're growing our own grass, so we don't necessarily have to shop for grass, but we got enough money where we can shop for grass, and it ain't that expensive. So we're gonna purchase grass at least to the point where we fill up this trailer, fill up our production chains, because we'll make that money back and then some. So first things first, we grab purchase a little bit of grass. We go feed the sheep and the goats. Carefully making sure right now before we tip that we have the tip side in the right configuration so that we don't run into any collision issues. And once that's done, then we take the rest of our grass and we drop it into our fermentation silo. And we're not going to spin out because obviously this silo can hold a ridiculous amount of grass, so we're not going to fill it up because we 2 million liters, yeah. We're not doing that, but still we put a little bit in there so it can kind of churn out and do its thing and spit out a little bit of hay, and that's all we need. The same thing with the straw, because we produce a certain amount of straw, but we'll just go ahead and shop for some too. Because again, we'll make that, now that we're producing certain things, we'll make that back and then some. We're just gonna, and this is extra because it's $7.97 to buy it, and we'll be flipping that via the fermentation silo. Thank you, Omatana. This is a great mod, and I mean, not much more can be said about it, man. This is one of my favorite mods. It was one of my favorites on Farming Simulator 22. And glad that she got that one out and back again. And I think I also might be using some of her other mods here. We're going to get some greenhouses, or open gardens going on the farm. I still want to do some little testing with those before I place on those, because I want to make sure I understand how they operate. So I'm not fumbling around and looking stupid real time. And I forgot that I already had 124,000 liters of straw in here before I even made that purchase. But it's all good. We're going with the flow tonight. So we're going to go ahead and top that off while we're at it. Okay, did we not? All right. Oh, it's full, 100%. Duh. All right, coming through here. And again, the same scenario. the straw goes in here for the cows, so we're doing that a little bit backwards, but we got it covered. But I'm really loving that sawmill mod, man. That bad boy spits out lumber like it's nobody's business. All right, so straw. Pigs don't need any straw. I think the BGA takes straw though, doesn't it? Let's see. Mini biogas plant. 75,000 liters of straw. And that straw turns the straw into digestate. And we're about to max out on digestate because we got digestate coming from the fermentation silo. So we'll just leave that as is, because although that's yeah, we won't mess with that right now, because we're soon going to be able to fertilize for free with our digestate, although we can technically start doing that now. I just don't have the equipment yet to purchase. I haven't purchased the equipment to do digestate fertilization, although with the amount of digestate we have on hand now, an opportunity does present itself, except that I would have to lease the vehicle because I don't want to blow my budget on buying a vehicle right now. There's different things to think about. Lime. What else we got going on here? Pig food is next. All right, and we roll through this way. Go ahead and top it off. And we'll be back for sure. So the two things I want to go ahead and put on this farm, and then we'll consider it complete. I am going to go ahead and place that production I was telling you about. But the two productions I want to place here, since we got pigs here, and then pigs demand a lot of food, we're going to place a pig food production of some sort. I just haven't decided on which pig food production, and we are going to go ahead, like I originally planned, and place that production facility. I think I am going to just put it in the spot that I originally thought about placing it at. It's just frustrating me that the issues with the landscaping there changed my plans, because I wanted to put something over here on the other side of the silo as well, but all that has changed now because of the restrictions that came out of nowhere for this location. All right, but while we're headed, okay, if we can stop. Pig food, and that'll be ready for the next time. Now you can unload the pig food. But man, oh man, let's just say that a brother is a little frustrated. Let's see what else we got here. So next up, go to mixed ration. We got 10,000 here in the farm silo. We'll grab that and we'll feed our cows. And I was thinking about, like I say, thinking about putting greenhouses on this map, but I don't know if greenhouses, now that I'm thinking about it, might be the right choice here, because we should be putting productions that are derivative of the animals that we have on location here. So a dairy might be a more prudent choice of placement in this area. Thinking here as we go through it. come here and grab EMR, fill her up, and drop it off. And that's TMR. And that's the animals done, right? The pig, yeah, because the pigs don't need straw. Chickens, cows got the straw and they got the TMR. Sheep's got the grass. Sheep's and goat got grass. Pigs got pig. Oh, did we do the pig food for the pigs? Okay. I don't recall. Yeah. Yeah, so everybody's covered. And how much slurry do we have over here? Let's take a look. I'd rather walk it out. So let's step over here. Slurry 10, 237. And then on the cow side of the game, what are our cows working with? Our cows have, how much slurry you got over here, brother? Give me some numbers, man. Oh, there we are. Milks 14, 137. Buffalo milks 1,413. Slurry is 40, 218. No reason to ship it just yet. Over here, manure heap 1462. Again, not enough to really worry about shipping it right now. So we're done with the animals for all intents and purposes. Taking a peek at our mini biogas plant. Like I said, we got digestate. We could drop some slurry in there, but now we're good. We got silage. Yeah, we're good with it. Our inputs, at least, going into the mini BGA, because we're mostly just putting the slurry and the manure in there, but only we're not gonna have to do that every day. Just depending when it, when it makes sense. All right, that's that. We're done here, so we can go ahead and shut that down. Drive you guys right to the shed and pull you through for when we need you. And that's the Fent Vario. So let's make sure we're good to go on the maintenance for all of our vehicles. Always keep them in optimum condition, and we're gonna go ahead and repaint our stuff that needs repainting as well. Make sure everything's up to optimum operating condition. All right, so yeah. All right, we're all good there. All right, and let's go. Or do we even need to make those deliveries right now? We do need to fertilize, or at least we will want to put some fertilizer down on our grass fields. We have a certain amount of digestate, so digestate is an option for fertilization where we don't have to spend money on liquid fertilizer, and that's the most organic way of doing things. But do we have a slurry or digestate setup that's cost effective that will allow us to fertilize? I'm trying to see here. Because we only got this one field over here, and it's not that big, so we could, in theory, let's see here. What am I looking at? Am I looking for slurry tankers? We don't need to do nothing too crazy. But does this spread? or does it just? See, the only thing I don't know is which one spread. 8.2 meters squared. 18 meters cubed. And we can go with the cheapest stuff right now. So this farm tech, we'll set up standard. Let's see what it does, because it does take slurry and digestate, right? All right. So let's do a little testing here while we're on live. All right, we're gonna lease this bad boy. This is, it says it has a 15-meter width. It holds 8.2 meters cube of digestate. So let's lease that from the shop. And let's grab one of our handy tractors here. We'll take a camp on this mission. And this time we'll just drive on over here to the shop and we'll go pick this bad boy up, bring it back to the farm, and let's see. Let's see, at least do some testing. Oops. My driving is horrible today. But let's at least do some testing with digestate spreading. That's an aspect of the game, and all of my time playing Farming Simulator, I've never really done much with digestate, because I never really, most of my playthroughs, I never really had myself where I played into a situation where I had that much digestate going on at one time, and when I did have it, I was just producing it just to sell it, even though it doesn't, make a ton of profit from it. And that's why I was producing, at least the purpose I was producing digestate in previous playthroughs. Alright, so we're gonna cut through these guys. Parking lot here, we're gonna grab this tanker that we just leased, and this is the Farm Tech Super Sys 800. And let's go bring it back to our main farm, and we're gonna do little digestate spreading. At least that's the plan, the general plan of attack right now. Might take a while. It's definitely not going to be as fast as coming through with the liquid fertilizer, but free is free. All right, so we're going to pull digestate from here first, because we know here we got more from the fermenting silo. We got over a million liters of digestate here. So it's, versus in the mini biogas plant, we have 746,000 liters of digestate. So we could pull from either place, but we're right now, because we got so much here, we're just pulling here first. Now, how? It's not giving me the option to fill the tube, though, so I don't know. I'm missing something there. Let's see, do we have to open it or something? Oh, there it is. Start filling. Digestate. 8,000 liters. And then we'll go over here to the grass field and let's see what's happening. First I'll try seeing if we turn on a worker with a worker, pick it up and just start going to work, or is this something we gotta do manually? Let's see. So activate that AI worker. All right. So they're going to do their thing. And for whatever reason, they're doing the inside first instead of doing the headlands. So let me see something here. Let's just start with headland. Okay. Now let's activate the AI worker. And he's still ignoring what I told him and still doing the interior any goddamn way. Gotta love it. All right, but he's spreading the slurry. And it is giving us the second fertilization state. And that's what we want. So we're just gonna rock with it, man. I'm not gonna fight the good fight with this game right now. While he's doing that, go ahead and make some deliveries and make some money. Repetition is key. All right. And I guess we can go ahead too, because we already touched on it. Let's go ahead and put that building down. Like I said initially, I'm gonna follow the plan. Even though the universe doesn't want me to follow the plan, I'm gonna follow the plan that I planned out from the outset when I started this series. I always had the idea that I was gonna put this multi-grain production down. This mod recently got updated as well. I just want to make sure. What I was afraid of is that I don't want it to restrict me being able to come through here and do what I need to do with the sheep. Excuse me, with the cows. And I don't want it to be okay. Yeah, so let's place that right there. It says overlaps with another object. What am I missing? Okay, what other object are we overlapping with here? I'm not understanding that one. Okay. Well, maybe we can even place it here, and then we don't have to worry about all of those issues either. But I tested this just recently before I went live, so I don't know why it's giving me that error right now. Hmm. And as you saw, it must be the BGA. Hmm. Well, let me see. Can I put it here? Overlaps with another object. Saying overlaps with another object. Okay, if I turn it that way, is it still saying overlaps with another object? It is. But I could turn that off and still have it. Areas restricted. So if I toggle free mode on, I can place it. I'm still curious as to what object it thinks that it's overlapping with, but I'm just going to leave that one alone. But my original thought process was to place it here. I think I will, that's just going to eliminate this aggravation that I'm having with those object placement issues here. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I think I would right about here. All right. It's still saying overlaps with the object. We turn on free mode. Place it there. All right. All right. So we got this placed. And now let's go here to the trigger. That's right. You got to go inside, I think, to do the settings. Open door. Yeah. And you see we got a fully fleshed out interior. You got your bread, your little bakery, your ovens, everything, your pallets here. There's your power box, your light switches, very, very much laid out. All your production facilities, your storage facilities, your oven, so on and so forth. Trash. All right. And in this production, we can produce bread, uh, cake, cereal, corn flour, corn tortilla, oat flour, rice cakes, rice flour, whole wheat bread, whole wheat flour. Um, the inputs are all laid out here right now. The only input we don't even have a wheat field yet, so the only thing we can provide for input right now is the milk, but the milk has to be bottled, and we don't have sugar. We don't have any of the inputs here. This might have not been the right move for me right now. Oh, we got the eggs. We can do eggs. Hmm. But it's just gonna, yeah, so we can have eggs coming in. We can have, but we don't have the butter. We need butter. We don't have chocolate. But that all depends on what we want to produce out of here too. So let me see over on the production side. Um, for bread, we need what? Bread. The recipe for bread is, wait a minute. Let's see. Okay, didn't tab over before I know. For bread, we need flour, um, rice bread, rice flour. So we got to start with the flour. So for flour, we need wheat as input, and we can turn that. Once we got the flour, the wheat flour or the rice flour, we can turn that into bread. For rice cakes, we need rice as the input. For oat flour, we need oat as the input. For corn tortilla, we need corn flour. Corn flour, we need corn. For cereal, uh, with raisins, we have the inputs. Uh, okay, we need honey, raisins, oat, corn. Um, we could do rice cereal, and that's um, honey and long grain rice. Chocolate cereal, we need honey and chocolate, oat and corn. Rice flour cake, we need rice flour, sugar, milk, and eggs. For flour cake, we need flour, sugar, milk, and eggs. Bottled milk being the key derivative from milk. So the other thing we need to address right away is with the milk. So let's go back here into our production chain. Uh, and let's see what we can get going with our milk as far as producing bottled milk. Uh, let's see, water pump, swimming factory. One thing that would help in the future with these menus, because they're still a mess, is if they had them sorted by production categories, so you didn't have to scroll through a million things to find what you're looking for. They could definitely refine some of the menus in the game to make it easier on the users to kind of figure out what's what. and not make it so that the players have to scroll through a million things, even when you take into consideration mods in the game. But what are we looking for here? Milk, multi-grain production, distributor. All right, we got sorry, we do have a multi-dairy production. Um, and we're going to need to have a dairy production in place as well. And we should have put that down before we put down the grain production. In fact, I think we did this backwards. Now that I think about it. Let's see. 'Cause I was so focused on making sure we got the wheat production in place, but we actually need to get the dairy production in place more than we need the wheat production. All right, so let's see here. Place it there. It's gonna kind of be doing that floaty thing. Here it's saying it overlaps with some object. All right. It's saying overlaps with another object, no matter where I kind of place it at here. I can't place it there because you got to drive in and out. You're there for the deliveries. Let's see. So it'll definitely have to be this way. Yeah. I'm gonna go back to my original thought process on placement of this one. Because you gotta have enough space for the pallets to spawn. Let's see. Here for the trigger. I tell you what, since I'm thinking we're not gonna do the greenhouses anymore, we could actually do this right about here. Let's see. Let's see. Thinking. I don't want to be, because I might still come through and place some greenhouses here. I just want to make sure we have enough space to come in and out of this garage. And not be running into I could just put it right next door. Yeah. Because I think about being able to come through and pick up the pallets too. I think this be that spot right about there. All right. So it's kind of early on placing this building here, but this one definitely. So we're gonna come here and in here we could do buffalo milk, buffalo mozzarella, butter from buffalo milk, cheese, chocolate, chocolate buffalo milk, chocolate goat milk, chocolate milk bottled, dark chocolate, goat milk bottle, goat cheese, and milk bottle. All right. So we definitely want to do the bottled milk because that's an input for the cake. Um, and I'm going to change output mode to distributing here. Of course, it says we don't have milk because we got to come deliver milk. And for that, oh, my man's out of digestate. I forgot all about him while I was trying to figure out that. Oh, he's done, isn't he? Oh, no, I'm looking at the wrong guy. Oh, no, I am looking at the right guy. Oh, we're wrong screen. Growth. Yipes. All about him as I got off on this tangent here. All right, so let's go refill on our digestate. And then we got over 1 million liters, so definitely got more than what we need as far as getting that done. And just hire the worker and let him do what he does. All right. So while he's doing that, we can go ahead and get this milk operation on the way. I'm missing some inputs to both productions, so we still got to figure out which production we want to do right now. We definitely want to do bottled milk and just sell bottled milk for now until we get some other inputs for as the milk. We don't have a ton of milk, but we got enough. Good. A little bit of production going here. All right, we can drop off milk. And then let's hop in here and see what we want to get going. So what do we need for buffalo mozzarella? All right, so with milk we can do cheese because that cheese only needs milk. So let's see. We could does butter. What is butter? What does it take to make butter? We could also do butter. So we could turn our well, let's see, butter. We're now selling for buttermilk, and we activate that one. So we can activate the milk and cheese recipes. And for now, we're selling them. We will switch to distributing once we have all the inputs we need for the or actually, yeah, for the grain production, for the bread production. and the cake production and the other stuff and the other multi-grain production facility. But right now we don't have all the inputs we need there. So like I said, we were definitely a little premature with placing the multi-grain production yet because we don't have a lot of the inputs we need for it just yet. But with the milk, we can do cheese, we can do butter. For chocolate, we don't have the sugar yet. We're going to need to produce sugar from some source, and we don't have a prop for that. So we're going to have to do sugar beet, sure. And still, once we do sugar beet, we got to turn that into sugar. So we're going to have to have a production chain for producing the sugar. Uh, we got to make goat milk, goat cheese. Yeah, because we got a source for that. Milk bottled. Right now, selling, goat milk selling. All right, and for here we can go. Shipping for goat milk, we could switch goat milk now to on this one to distributing. And so now that should start feeding the multi-dairy production with goat milk bottled. With goat milk so that we can produce bottled goat milk. And we could also produce goat cheese. But we'll keep an eye on that to see how that's coming along because we only got a small amount of goats. I don't know if we have enough goats to supply that to a point where it's that much of a production, but we could definitely do these other inputs now with the milk, and we're going to have to work on these other ones. But we could turn on buffalo milk, turn on buffalo milk mozzarella, buffalo milk butter, and chocolate buffalo milk. We need chocolate. We don't have chocolate. Chocolate, we need milk and sugar. All right. Let's go grab some buffalo milk. Only a small amount of buffalo milk, but it's still buffalo milk at the end of the day. Alright, buffalo milk is delivered. And so we should have enough here, at least momentarily, to make this production happy. Alright. Alright, and I think that's it, right? And again, because we don't have that many goats on the farm, I don't know how much goat milk we're going to get going, but you got the buffalo milk and the regular milk productions. Now tapping back over here to the multi-grain production, since this is really a grain-based production, and the basis for it is going to be bread until we get, or I should say not bread, but grains, until we get grain and corns going. We're not going to have much coming out of it. So again, I was definitely very premature in getting that placed. I'm excited about being able to go ahead and get some reductions placed in the ground. So definitely jumped the gun on that. But it's a beautiful thing. We got some production chains on the map, and that's good stuff. Alright, idea. And digestate dude is out of digestate again. That's the only drawback to using such a small spreader, and we're gonna constantly be having to refill. But it fits our budget. So there's pros and cons. We're working with the budget that we're working with right now. One thing's for sure right now, we're not in any danger of running out of digestate. Alright, so go to work, bud. We still got quite a bit of area to cover here. Alright, let's go ahead and lower the low loader and get it loaded up here, because we got some stuff that we can move. And we're going to go ahead and get it loaded up and make some deliveries. And grab these wood beams out of here. Let's put some straps on. See what I'm doing with picking it up. That's not helpful at all. That's two. Those are the wood beams that we have right now, right? Oh, we got one more. It's three. How neat or lack thereof it is. And then it's just planks and long planks and standard planks from that point. And that's just from a toy tractor. gonna make the trip, we might as well sell all of them as well. Get the most money coming from selling the planes to the long planes. Although we get paid for dropping off the wood beams too. It's all derivative. Throw some blanks on here, and we'll be ready to roll from that point. On this side, and we'll have 3 more after that. And I'm sure a few more will spawn in while we're on our travels. And that's my only thing I'm kind of contemplating here. Should we have waited for more of them to spawn before we decided to make this trip? Although technically it would still work out the same way. Daisy. Alright. And we just had long planes spawn in. Do we want to kind of throw them on there too? Sure, why not? More the merrier, right? Gotcha. Now let's go make a quick delivery. Looks like hopefully we're not too tall for the bridge. for the overpass. So we made it through. And I'm going to let the AI take over from here. And we'll see you in a little bit, buddy. Before I let him completely loose, I'm going to make sure he makes this turn here. Okay, yeah, he's good. Our digestate guy is out of digestate again. And still the work to go. Start filling. Alright, we're going to hire the worker again and let him go to work and do his thing. Alright, and he should be lining up right. Okay, why is he passing over stuff that's not done yet? Alright. Let's go make our delivery. This is a crazy playground, though. I don't know whose bright idea would be to place a playground for children on the side or edge of what's basically amounts to a cliff. That's just nuts. But it's coming along, and I guess I will reserve my judgment until I see what it looks like when it's fully done. Alright, let's drop off. Alright, still maxed out on long planks over here, so we just have to sell them over here at the playground area. Got to pick them up now. We still got plenty of material stored over here. And you know, the storage limit here is for long planks is 10,000. Although the way that sawmill is producing, we'll probably hit the storage limit for standard planks and then pretty quickly too. Feeding them to it. We got multiple places on the map where we can sell planks and long planks when it gets to that point. All right, so let's grab. I guess we could do the wood beams and the lawn planks. So let's dance. Let's just do it all. As long as they'll sell, we'll keep them coming. Let's place another wood beam here. One more. And we'll have some in storage for when we need them again, but the next wood beam shipments will be going to the grain elevator museum. Yeah, more than likely, but it depends on what this project demands for the next stage. But we got it supplied for what it needs for the current stage. At least I think so, because I'm not clear now, because it's showing we got 3,000 in storage and it still says we need 3,000 for the next stage. It looks like both numbers are going down at the same time, so I think that requirement is met. And I'm going to send him to the main farm automatically. Whoops. So we can focus on digestate spreading, dude. Well, they won't let me be great, will it? That one there. All right, and we still got plenty of area here. We can digestate on, so let's go grab more digestate. It looks like, just based on how many refills we had to do, at least the next time we do this, we're going to need to get a slightly bigger spreader. That was more area. So we're not wasting that much time on countless refills. All right, and we activate the AI worker and let him finish up doing his thing over here. All right, so we almost got the second fertilization state going on the grass fields. We're doing it with digestate, and we're just about to get this wrapped up. And the wonderful thing about using digestate to fertilize your fields, of course, is the price of it. It's free. It's derivative of what comes from your animals. All right, let's see, is that it? One small patch that, oh, he's out. Right when he gets to the last spot. All right, got one final load of digestate to spread, and then we'll be ready to go. And the grass field fully fertilized and ready to grow. All right, since the AI guy wants to do that. Ooh. This last one. Mango. Right, the thing I was trying to see here is I was hoping that it would let me be able to unload digestate here, but it won't let me do that, unfortunately. So, I don't have an opportunity to unload my unused digestate, do I? That's a drawback there. Keep that in mind for future reference. So if we walk it back to the shop, I sell it, go at the animal dealer, let's go take a look. dealer, and then we'll see if we can sell this digestion. There, and then at this point, we are allowed to sell it in this trade. Not getting any dialogue popping up. There's got to be something with it. Alright, again, this is another one of those situations or scenarios that can get you really frustrated. It's not as bad as the one we were dealing with earlier, but definitely not cool that you can't, you can load this thing, but you can't unload it. That doesn't really make any sense. That can't be realistic. I mean, even if it just gave me the option to unload of some sort, man, to work with that. I'm not quite sure what to do. Low loader in position, parking in position. And let's go ahead and lower. That'll be there and ready to go for when we need it. All right, let's see where we at. Still thinking about how I want to address this situation because I don't want to lose all that digestion. That's a lot of digestion, and I'm not quite sure what I can do to try to get this out of here. Silo takes liquids, but not, I don't know if it takes digestion. And that's a little vexing too. I don't want to invest in the equipment and then it not work too. So then I'll be down not on only the loss, potentially lost digestate, but I'll be down on the lease of the equipment too. Yeah, we're just gonna have to take that hit, man, because I don't want to spend too much time agonizing over what the heck to do here. But this is a bit another kind of aggravating one here. Police, but that's aggravating as heck. That really is. That's the second one today that I've encountered. Go ahead and return them, folks. I just lost 9,000 years of digestion. There's a stupid game functionality stuff there, and that's what that is. That can't be realistic. All right, so let's take a look at these productions to see how they're going. Nothing, we don't have anything going into multi-grain production. Multi-dairy production is doing all right, except in the goat milk situation. Yeah, make sure. I think we did turn goat milk on to distributing. Make sure again. Yeah, we got that on distributing. And then on the multi-dairy production, yeah, we got the goat milk productions turned on. So yeah, it's not. We just don't have enough goats producing goat milk for that to hit any significant numbers. Not enough goats on the farm yet. All right, and it's probably time to start seriously looking, like I said before, at expanding the farmland that's currently available. We got fields 6, 7, uh, fields 6, farmland 6, farmland 7, and farmland 9. We also got 8 over here. These are all options now. All right, let's see. Let me see. That was set us back 184,000. 6 is 225. 7's a 182. The smallest one, 9 is 108. Um, these three, I think if I can, I would want to plow those all in one field. We keep 8 as is. In fact, let's hop over here. I need to look at that one more time. Even make sure that we can plow those together. So if we come over here, this area, this is 6, 7, 9, right? And let's look at a crop calendar because before we start buying up fields, we need to have an idea what we're going to do on those fields. Let's see. We have not done any rice farming at all yet, and that's a new crop that's in the game. Um, and we want to definitely start taking that into consideration about doing some rice, but it's different gameplay elements with doing rice that I haven't tested or done anything with yet. All right, so crops coming up here that we could plant will be carrots currently. We've missed the green beans window already. Oilseed, which is a bumper crop. There's parsnips, but it's too late for those. Popular, too late. So the next crop coming up, planting window for a crop that we want to do outside of grass is in August. We could do canola. We could do barley in September. We could do wheat. Okay, we could do wheat in September. And we definitely need wheat. All right. So we could go ahead and get those fields and start prepping because we already got the grain. We're already fully committed to um, the grain, or to at least to wheat production. Although we're fully committed to grain production in general, but it's got to come from wheat, rice, and corn. So those are the three we need to get going right away. All right, but let's look back at the big picture on the whole map here and see what else we got going on as far as areas that we can get into purchasing. As far as farmlands go, what farmlands are ready to harvest right now? So fields that are ready to harvest, let's see, we got 70, 79, closer to where we're situated at. We got 11, 12, 84, 45, 44, 34. And all right, 84 is not that far from us. 11 is not that far. What is on 84 and 11? Um, crop types. 11 looks like it's grass. 84 looks like it's grass, right? Yeah, those are grass. so we already got grass. And, found another grass field really doesn't benefit us right now necessarily. Well, it's not that far away. All right, let's see. What else was it that's ready to harvest here? What's 12? What's on 12? 12 is grass. 45 grass. Man, all of the fields that are ready to harvest are all grass fields. Okay, duly noted. But we're just gonna stand pat for now. But as we advance time, we're gonna look at 6, 7, 9, and 8. And all of those fields. We're gonna use since 9 is since 8 is already set up for beet production. We're gonna keep that one on beet production, and that's gonna be our source for sugar. Because we got a lot of recipes that we can create derivative products with sugar, and I think that's it, right? Let's look at that one more time. Starting on the dairy side, we got a source for eggs. We need sugar. Yeah, definitely need sugar, and from there that'll give us most of these other production chains here. Because we got the milk, and then we also, if we're gonna do goat milk, I think since we're not producing enough goat milk products here, let's just go ahead and turn them off and just keep goat milk to selling because we're not producing enough goat milk to feed that side of the production chain. And so from there, we'll just switch that back to the goat milk to set. Oops. And output mode to selling, and just keep that on selling, just like we're doing with the wool. All right, and that's that. All right, so and all those things in mind, if that's all we got going for today. But we have a plan of attack here. New crops on. We're gonna so upcoming. We're gonna purchase 8. We're gonna purchase 6, 7, and 9. We're not gonna do that right away. What with 8? What is 8 has red beet on there right now. And what's the cycle for red beet? Okay, so and red beet is already planted here, right? It's already been planted. Yeah, it's already planted and growing. So we can go ahead and purchase 8 then. We just gotta come back and we're gonna have to fly it over and set it up at some point because once we purchase the field, we gotta basically reset the field. So we're still gonna have to come through and plow through it and do all that other stuff at some point anyways. But we'll go ahead and purchase 8 now. So let's go here. What am I looking at? Crop types, growth, farmland, and we'll go ahead and purchase 8 now. Yes. All right. And when it comes time for leasing, we'll just for harvesting and all of that good stuff. We'll just lease the equipment there. Yeah, I think so. Now, do we want to go ahead and purchase 6, 7, and 9? Are these fields growing as well? Yeah, they are. But if we purchase them now, what 6 is? Looks like we have soybeans on 6. 7 looks like sunflowers, and 9 is oat, I think. Right, so 6 is carrots. Excuse me, 9 is carrots. We got wheat on 7, so wheat's already on one of them, and the other field over here is soybeans. Yeah, so let's go ahead and purchase all 3 of these, and then we'll just work on harvesting and setting them up for wheat, growing wheat down the line. We'll go ahead and purchase all these fields as well, and just go ahead and fully expand the farm at this point. So that's buy, and buy. All right, but that's where we're going to have to wrap it up for tonight. We're running overtime just about. I want to thank everyone for tuning in and checking me out tonight. You've been tuned in to another episode of Bose 831 Gaming, live on Twitch. We're playing Farming Simulator 25. We're on the Riverbend Springs map, one of the 3 base game maps for Farming Simulator 25. When we tune back in on the next episode, we'll pick up from where we left off here tonight. I want to thank everyone for tuning in and checking me out, and I definitely appreciate your patronage. I'm Bose 831 Gaming on most of your major social media platforms: Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, so on and so forth. Wherever it is you're running across my content, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you love. Let me know what you don't. But either way, let me know. The only way I can get better is with your feedback. Episodes of my Twitch live stream series are typically uploaded to my YouTube channel in their entirety. Wherever it is you're running across my content, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know how I'm doing. You've been tuned into another episode of Bose 831 Gaming live on Twitch. And that's all for tonight. I'll catch you on the flip side. Have a good night, everyone.